I am 93 years old, and I'm sitting here with tears in my eyes, thinking about my dear friend Margaret, who passed away last year, alone in her nursing home room, with no family by her side, and it's a painful memory that still haunts me. I met Margaret back in the 1950s, when we both worked at the local grocery store in our hometown of Oakdale, Illinois. I was a young cashier, and she was the store manager, and we became fast friends, bonding over our love of gardening and cooking. Nobody told me this, but as I look back, I realize that Margaret's loneliness was a result of her own doing. She had a tendency to push people away, to prioritize her independence above all else, and it's a trait that I see in many of my friends who are also lonely, and I was so wrong to think that it was just a normal part of aging. I think about my own life, and the mistakes I made, the opportunities one let slip away, the relationships I neglected, and it's a heavy burden to carry, but it's also a valuable lesson, one that I wish I had learned sooner. Please don't wait like I did. Don't put off until tomorrow what you can do today, because trust me, tomorrow is not guaranteed, and I know that from experience. I lost my dear husband, John, back in 1987, and it was a devastating blow, one that left me reeling for years, but it also taught me the importance of human connection, of nurturing relationships, of being present in the moment. I remember the 1960s, when I was a young mother, raising my two kids, Emily and James, in our small house on Elm Street, and I was so focused on providing for them, on giving them the best possible life, that I neglected my own relationships, my own friendships, and it's a regret that I still carry to this day, but it's also a reminder that it's never too late to make a change, to reach out to someone, to reconnect with an old friend, or to make a new one, and I wish someone had told me that back then, because I was so wrong to think that I had to do everything on my own. As I grew older, I started to notice a pattern, a trend among my friends, and it was this: the loneliest people I knew were the ones who had prioritized their independence above all else, who had pushed people away, who had neglected their relationships, and it's a painful truth, one that I wish I had recognized sooner, but it's also a hard-won wisdom, one that I hope to pass on to you. Please don't make the same mistake that I did. Please don't wait until it's too late, because trust me, it's a burden that you don't want to carry. I think about my friend, Ruth, who lived in the apartment next door, and she was a feisty one, always speaking her mind, always telling it like it is, but she was also lonely, deeply lonely, and it was a result of her own doing. She had pushed away her family, her friends, and it was a tragic sight to see, but it was also a reminder that it's never too late to make a change, to reach out to someone, to reconnect with an old friend, or to make a new one, and I wish someone had told her that, because she was so wrong to think that she had to do everything on her own. Nobody told me this, but as I look back, I realize that loneliness is a choice. It's a choice to prioritize our independence above all else, to push people away, to neglect our relationships, and it's a choice that I made, a choice that many of my friends made, but it's also a choice that we can undo. We can choose to reach out, to reconnect, to nurture our relationships, and it's a choice that I hope you will make. Please don't wait like I did. Please don't let loneliness creep into your life, because trust me, it's a burden that you don't want to carry. I'm 93 years old, and I've seen a lot, I've experienced a lot, and I've learned a lot, and one of the most important lessons I've learned is the importance of human connection, of relationships, of community, and it's a lesson that I wish I had learned sooner, but it's also a lesson that I'm grateful for, because it's allowed me to connect with people like you, to share my story, to hope that you will learn from my mistakes, and please, don't make the same mistake that I did. Please prioritize your relationships. Please nurture your friendships, because trust me, it's worth it. I was so wrong to think that I had to do everything on my own. I was so wrong to prioritize my independence above all else. But I'm glad that I learned, I'm glad that I grew, and I'm glad that I can share my story with you. And I hope that you will take it to heart. I hope that you will prioritize your relationships. I hope that you will nurture your friendships, because trust me, it's a decision that you won't regret. And I hope that you will subscribe to my channel, because I have many more stories to share, many more lessons to teach, and I hope that you will join me on this journey as I reflect on my life and all its ups and downs.